cold in this bitch. Ice cold in this bitch.
Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Like and subscribe. Press that bell for notifications on my latest videos coming soon. Okay, about some creepy stuff. And oh my god, I'm doing that thing that, well, I'm not gonna say his name, you know. But anyway, this video is about some paranormal stuff that has happened to me in the past at my parents' house. Okay, I am a little scared talking about this right now, especially since I am home alone. Just trying to calm down. Anyways, it had to start when I was probably like 11 when this stuff had started. It's like in 5th grade, and my friend thought it was like me and my friend were like we were into this creepy stuff. I was into, as some people might say to me on here, or people have said to me in the past, oh, you're doing that white people stuff. No, maybe. We saw some things about this thing called a Ouija board. We didn't know what that was. We saw some stuff about it. We saw people do videos on it and stuff. We were just like, oh, that's so cool, we should do that. Our dumb selves. We actually played it. Now, this is before we even knew, or like, before we even knew we were gonna like get it. Like, it was on her birthday, and like it was me, all her friends and stuff, and we were all hanging out, of course, and then after a while we all ate cake and stuff, and she opened her presents and stuff like that. And when she opened one of them, it was a square looking box, rectangular, and she opened it up and it said, you know what it said, I'm still getting chills right now talking about this. Instantly, we're just too eager to play it. So right when she opened that thing up, we were like, let's play this game. You know, crack it open. So we opened the box. Her mom knew all about the stuff because she played it when she was little, and her mom's mom was there, like her grandma was there. And they were telling us and showing us how to play it and everything. So after we read the instruction stuff, so we could so they could remember and stuff, and they were gonna teach us how to do it and show us how they did it and stuff when they were little. Yeah. After they went, I think they went the first time, and it didn't go really, like, it wasn't really anything, no action really happened. So she was just like, oh, you girls give it a try. So I think I tried like the last time or the 3rd time, and it was all of us. You know, you gotta put your finger or whatever, put 2 if you have a lot of people, put 1 finger or whatever. So everybody placed their finger on the board, a little arrow magnifying glass thingy-majigger. And when that happened, we were just asking questions. We were like, oh, is anybody here, and stuff like that. And like, it wasn't moving. Like right when we got it, it wasn't moving. Like, that stuff does not work instantly. You have to like keep at it. We took a break and then we like came back, and when we played it like for a 3rd time, it was freaking working. And we were kind of getting like, we were all excited, getting a little scared at the same time too. We were just like so scared and excited at the same time, to the point like, okay, let's do it again. So that's what we did. And we did it, and then it started moving a little bit, but it was not moving fully. And her mom and her grandma tried it one more time, and then they asked the dumb question, which I don't think anybody wanted to know the answer to this question, but there's different ways to ask this question. But she was like, is there a bad person or spirit in here, whatever? And then it started leaning towards yes. This woman flew her hands off the board, both of them. They were all scared, so we got scared too. We were like, no way. Sister, no way. So we got scared and everything. Like, man, let's play. let us try. Let's see if that'll work with us. Let's see if it'll move. Moving and stuff, spelling things, and it was trying to spell something, but it didn't like go fully. But it's mainly was asking like yes or no, answering to yes or no questions basically. But after a while, we just stopped playing it, and we were just doing our own little thing. And after we were done, like we totally forgot, like the board was on the table and it literally started like, you know, teeter-tottering or shaking, moving, whatever. And I was just thinking like, oh, maybe it's because like, you know, her mom's walking around, her dad, her brother. No, there's nothing like that. It was no movement in the house. It was all of us sitting on the floor. And we're just like, okay. So I was just like, guys, I was the only one. I was like, guys, the board's shaking. And then they were like, oh my God, we forgot to say goodbye. Because you're supposed to say goodbye to the board. Whoever you were talking to, you need to say goodbye to. Respect, okay? We all want it even after we're dead. We were like, goodbye, goodbye. We were doing all this. Goodbye. We didn't even say goodbye properly. We waved at the board and we all yelled, goodbye, goodbye. Stupid. So after that, like the party was like a slumber party, whatever. She lived across the street from me. She was like one of my best friends. And I remember I go home and like everything was fine until like a day where like things just was not right. And it always happened mostly at nighttime. And I was just like, oh heck, you know, this is not about to happen to me. No honey, I'm not playing. I usually used to stay up pretty much, even on school nights when I was little, and be just watching TV. We had like a loft area, and then the loft, like there's a hallway that goes like, it's like a C-shaped, U-shaped hallway, and that hallway leads to the loft. And like at night, the loft light, or the hot hallway light, sorry, it was off. I had to turn that off like yesterday. You know, my parents weren't playing about that electric bill. So the only light I kept on was the loft light upstairs. So, and I would just be watching TV for hours, playing games or something on the computer, whatever I was doing. And it usually happened all the time around like 12:30. And I saw like, I think it started off like little, because I remembered in the hallway I would be seeing like, you know, just like if like a shadow or something, like if somebody was in the hallway peeking through behind the wall that led up to the loft. And I'm just thinking it's my eyes playing games with me. You know, it's 12, I'm up all night, my parents, they're in bed and everything. So whew, Jesus, I'm scared. I didn't really pay no mind to it until one time, like, I literally heard, like, my parents' door open, and it's on the other end of the hallway, and I heard footsteps, like, slow footsteps. I'm thinking it's my dad, because you know how, like, you can tell, like, when by a person's knock or their walk or something, you can tell, like, oh, that's so-and-so, that's my mom, that's my dad. So I'm thinking, like, oh, it's my dad walking in the hallway, and I saw his foot, like I saw a foot, I want to say his foot, I saw a foot with a black sock, because my dad, I know he wears black socks all the time. His foot, or the foot poked out like in the middle of the hallway, and then it just stepped back. So I'm thinking, oh, my dad, he's probably about to play a joke on me, trying to scare me, whatever, because my dad, he does that. So I'm just like, Dad, and he's not saying nothing. And then I just start laughing. I'm just like, okay, he's trying to play a game on me, whatever. So I walk in the hallway and I look behind the wall. He's not even freaking there. I was shook. I was lost for words. I had nothing to say. I was like, oh, well, it's time to go to bed. After that point, I'm not saying out here waiting for the unexpected stuff to pop out in the middle of the hallway. So I remember I would just go to bed usually, and things would be fine. Next day, I would do the same stuff. I always went to sleep very late, and like the other time, I would be just hearing or feeling things. Like it just did not feel great. Like it was unsettling. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on? Like, I've never felt anything like this. I knew it wasn't good. It's not a good feeling. Like, anybody could guess that. One time, I was just watching TV, and then I literally see, like, it wasn't a foot this time. It looked like a piece of fabric, like lace black fabric. It was, like, a taller... I saw, like, a black, like, fabric like glide across the floor in the hallway. I'm just like, okay, like it looked like it could have been a dress or something. I told you it was like a tall person. And I was just like, okay, like whatever. At that point I was like, I'm going to bed. That's it. I'm not doing that anymore. Next day comes, or next week, whatever. It was very recent. And each time, it's like each time, each day, whatever, it's like it just gets like more and more like creepier. Like I start to see like all this stuff like unravel. Like whatever I'm looking at, like I'm seeing what it actually is. Third time, this is when I actually like saw the whole freaking, like basically half the figure that I saw like walk past the freaking hallway. And it was like, oh, it was a female. I want to say, you know, it was a female in like a black gown or something, like a dress. Ooh, chills. I'm like sweating too. But yeah, I saw that and I started getting weirded out by it because like I'm just like, why is there this random grown old female like walking around in my house? Like things just started getting more intense because I started like, usually if I saw something creepy like that, I would go to my room, go to sleep. I felt safe there. But then it started happening in my room. So I'm just like, okay, like the devil's really trying me tonight. This is just fantastic. Okay, love that. I'm over here not knowing what the heck to do. I feel like I'll be laying down, I see a shadow, or I feel somebody walking behind me because I sleep near a wall or like face the wall if anybody else does. Like my bed needs to be against a wall in order for me to sleep. Like I'll be on the wall side in order to be facing the wall, and that's literally how I sleep. And if I feel something on the back of me, it's over with. Sometimes I would not sleep because I know this stuff is happening. I told my parents about it, and my mom was like, you need to stop watching that scary stuff. That's what happens when you be playing into that stuff and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, yeah. But by the end of the day, like the more like I would get into that stuff, I started to notice like, okay, yeah, probably so. If I do mess with that stuff or whatever I'm doing, even watching a movie, I pray afterwards so nothing happens. At this point though, like it's just like a thing of like, whatever, man. Like it's just the devil trying me, and I'm not with it. There was times where I've been so like, it's been so ongoing to the point like I didn't pray. I literally got up out of bed, started yelling in the middle of the night. My mom opened the door. What are you yelling for? Why are you doing that? I'm like, the devil's trying me, Mom. It was getting more intense, and I ended up telling my parents about it, and my mom was like, you need to go to sleep earlier. You're probably just hallucinating and stuff like that, because I always saw this freaking woman. I remember one time I full on saw her like in a mirror. I was just in my room, and then I see like the same thing, just, you know, the dress gliding past the mirror and the person wearing whatever it was, and it passes the mirror, and I'm just like, I got so scared. I ran up out my room so quick. I was like, I'm not messing with this right now. I'm not messing with it today. I was like shaking, sweating. I was hot, like, cause like I never experienced anything like that, like ever. That was like my first time. Yeah, I was just like, I prayed hard and everything, long and hard that night. Literally, I'm over here before I go to sleep, in my dreams, everything, because I did not want that stuff to be happening anymore. And like after a while, it was mainly like those stuff, like me seeing like a person in black. Yeah, that was crazy, me messing with that stuff at a very young age like that. I was just young and dumb, just the foolishness. It was very real. I was doing a bunch of foolishness. I was all about the foolishness when I was little. That's my little story. If you liked it, click the bell, like, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram and my Snapchat for latest updates. KK, bye, love you, kisses.
Bitch, I'm what? Money. cold in this bitch.